Bow form earth. This is section 1. This form will have 4 sections total. Section 1's short enough, about 5 or 6 moves total. So the title earth tells you a little bit about what's expected here. So the point of this form is to know your center of gravity and form a marriage, a bond to the gravity. So your stances aren't really tall. They're nice and low and long, and your weight, you feel your weight centered down in there. As black belts, because that's the only people that are going to be working on these forms here, I expect the stances should already be good, and you should already feel that, but that's what this form is centered around. So from attention, behind your right shoulder, step your left leg out, shoulder width. Right hand will bring the bow. Your thumb is pointed down here at the beginning. Thumb will come up, and I'll twist my hand, my palm, toward my face. That's how I'm going to start the grip. And left hand just goes right out to meet up with the bow. There's my chumbi. So from attention, left leg, chumbi. And I kind of personally like not to make it a fast, hard snap, but I like to bring it in here to my chest and let it push out as I'm exhaling and I'm getting ready for this form. I'm prepared for it. There's a preparation even for the first move before I do it. Right hand will come up to my right shoulder. Left hand will kind of slide down the bow staff here toward the end. As that's happening, my right leg will come up off the ground like I'm doing a leg check, like I'm preparing the chamber for a front kick, right? That all happens before the first move. What this does, it gives me a chance to get my center of weight based around that left leg, that bottom leg there, and start feeling my bond with gravity. The right leg I'm laying down in front, in a front stance. When it does, right hand pushes forward and twists. There's my overhead strike. Right? Normal front stance like we're used to. The second move kind of shifts to a skinnier front stance, a little bit longer front stance like you have in Kwangay. As you start running that form, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So here, I'll pull the bow back. I'm going to thrust forward. I'm kind of giving it a power thrust into a narrower stance, narrower front stance, but it makes it look a little bit more intense to judges. Instead of me just keeping my feet the same and doing that again, there's another little up and down, and it looks more forward toward the opponent. So again, real quick from the beginning, here's chumbi. Here's my ready. 1, overhead strike, shift. 2, there's a thrust. The next couple moves are traveling moves. I'm going to take 2 steps forward, one with my left, one with my right. Not in any long steps, but as I'm moving forward, I'm going to practice my 4 strike. So I was here at that long front stance doing my thrust. As I step my left foot forward, my left hand starts it with an up strike and a down. Up, down, there's the first 2 moves of my 4 strike. As my right foot steps in front, side, side. And remember, my goal is I want all 4 of these hits to be at the same spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aimed at the same spot. I don't want 3 and 4 over here. 1 and 2 way far away from each other. I want those tips to stop in the same spot. So I got to think about that as I'm traveling forward. So I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm not the most graceful with that move yet as I'm traveling. There are people that can make that look a lot smoother than I kind of like to snap. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, and then going into the next move. If you're quicker at it than me and maybe you're more graceful, a lot of younger students are a lot more graceful than I am, that's fine. Make it fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that. I love it when it looks fast. After you finish the side to side, so you finish all 4 of those strikes, your left leg is behind you. You're going to do a spin move towards your back shoulder just like you would any other spin kick in Taekwondo. You're going to spin and thrust. So here I am. Right hand's in front, left hand's up here. Left leg leads my spin, and I'll pull the bow back behind me here because I'm going to thrust, and I'm going to thrust down at an angle, like ankle level, okay? All these first couple of moves, even the walking, happen me going straight ahead. This is north, where I'm facing. Then that spin move landed to the corner, northeast. There's a spin thrust. Notice I'm in a horse stance. Boom, my body's facing a different direction than my thrust, but the thrust is coming across my body and my eyes are looking at it. From here, I'm going to do another spin. So now, if that's the direction I'm looking, here's my back side, my right shoulder, my right leg. They lead the spin. I'll do another spin thrust, but it'll be to the opposite corner over here, not opposite, not that way. The other corner, northwest. So here's one. Then in order for me to prepare for that thrust, I'll lift that point up. Spin, 2. There's my last thrust. That's the end of the first section. I'll do it one more time real quick, and then I'll let you watch over my shoulder. So here's section 1. Stepping out to Chumbi. Ready. 1, 2, 4. Spin, spin. Both of those are in horse stances coming across my body. So if you're looking over my shoulder and want to practice this at home, you start in attention, unwind it, step the left leg out, Chumbi. Prepare here. Get that weight sitting over that left foot. When you're ready is when that foot lands down. Here's my overhead strike. Shift, power thrust. In a thinner, skinnier front stance. From here, the left leg starts to walk in. Step down, up. Step with the right leg, side to side. Now see my left leg behind me. That's the shoulder I'm going to roll over here. I'm going to spin over. Spin, thrust 1. I'm looking at it. Horse stance, go into that corner. That tip comes up, spin over my right shoulder, thrust 2. Those are the moves for section 1 of the earth. Go for it.